What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Got some serious news here for you guys in this video. A change at the IRS and why the IRS may be giving you some bigger checks. I'll give you guys the details here on this video. Also, some big news from the Fed, the Federal Reserve, and Jerome Powell. And we're starting to see some good news for Americans that we'll go over here in this video. So let's jump right in because we got a lot to go over. We're live right now here on the YouTube It's Jimmy Show. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. Don't forget to hit that like button for me here. And if you haven't yet, subscribe down below so you don't miss out on future videos. I will keep you up to date. Over 230 million people have watched us here on YouTube. So if you haven't yet, subscribe and help me reach 500,000 subscribers. Take a look here. Okay, first up, Republican Senator Ted Cruz introduces a bill to pay air traffic controllers during a shutdown, as we're seeing massive problems with air travel and massive even plane crashes between each other on runways and stuff like that. But the Senate rejects the Democratic and the Republican efforts to pay some federal workers on federal pay as the government shutdown continues, and we continue to see the government shutdown could go on for quite a while here. Let me know your thoughts on this here in the comments section. Mortgage rates fall to the lowest level of 2025, which is a good thing as we're starting to see interest rates come down. Americans frustrated by high home borrowing rates have gotten some welcome news this week as the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate dropped down to 6.19% for the week ending October 23rd, down from 6.27% a week ago. But remember here that it wasn't that long ago that interest rates were over 8%. So we are seeing a significant drop in mortgage rates and home refinancing rates. At the start of 2025, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage was over 7% alone, while today it hovers near a full percentage point lower, said Sam Carter, a Freddie Mac chief economist. The average credit card interest rate is dropping. The data depends on where you look. One source from Bankrate says the average credit card rate is 20.01%, down from a record high of nearly 21% set in August of last year, with a chart that is right here. As you can see, it's starting to trickle down. However, another data from LendingTree says the average credit card interest rate is down to a little bit over 24% in October, the first rate drop since March in the wake of September's Federal Reserve rate cut. LendingTree said that they get this data from actually reviewing the credit card interest rates from 220 of the most popular credit cards from over 50 issuers to comprehensively examine the current state of credit card interest rates. Now, we've been seeing some mixed messages from the Fed. We're seeing some headlines like this from Reuters where it says the U.S. Fed to trim rates twice more this year. Well, there's really only about 2 months left this year. But the 2026 rate path could be very unclear. But when you listen to Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell talk, he talks about the risk versus the rewards of lowering interest rates, keeping interest rates the same, or even raising interest rates in the near future if tariffs continue to raise prices, which we are seeing a lot, particularly on things like this today. We're seeing this in the headlines saying Trump says that U.S. cattle ranchers don't understand tariffs after some U.S. cattle ranchers slam his Argentine beef plan. Trump says that they also have to get their prices down because the consumer is a big factor in my thinking also. This comes after President Donald Trump said that U.S. cattle ranchers don't understand how they have benefited from his tariffs on beef, adding that they have to get their prices down. Trump said that those ranchers don't understand that the only reason they are doing so well for the first time in decades is because I put a tariff on cattle coming into the U.S. He highlighted the 50% tariff he imposed in early August on imports from Brazil, one of the top sellers of beef in the U.S. If it weren't for me, they would be doing just as they have been for the past 20 years. Terrible. However, in the past video, when we talked about the very high cost of groceries, I've seen a lot of people commenting about how expensive beef and ground beef was at the grocery store here recently and the recent spike that they have been seeing. Let me know in the comments section if you've seen a recent spike in the price of beef or ground beef here at your local grocery store. And how much of this do you think is because of the 50% tariff on some imported beef? This comes here as the government releases their recommended monthly grocery budget for a family of 4, and it has people feeling gaslit. The USDA's government recommended grocery budgets bear no resemblance to what many families are actually spending. Take a guess down below in the comment section real quick on what you think the government has recommended a family of 4's monthly grocery budget should be. Go ahead and comment right now real quick. I'll give you a second here. Yeah, no matter what income bracket you're in, we've all noticed that grocery prices have been skyrocketing in the past couple of years, and practically every trip to the grocery store produces sticker shock. Meanwhile, the messaging from Washington about the economy is pretty consistently good news, good news, good news. You know, they always say, the economy is doing good, right? What's going on here? Well, the USDA's recommended grocery budget has people feeling gaslit by the government. Food prices have undergone a drastic increase since 2020. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, CPI, Consumer Price Index, food prices have rose 2.9% from November 22 to November 23, an improvement compared to the staggering 10.6%. Multiple times throughout the years, the USDA releases a set of food plans supposedly based on actual food prices to illustrate how a healthy diet can be achieved at various costs. These plans are broken into 4 price tiers. Thrifty, which is used to determine food stamp benefits. Low cost, moderate cost, and liberal. Any way you slice it, the budgets are out of sync with what many people are truly spending. The USDA's grocery budgets are based on the type of food you eat. For a family of 4, the thrifty food budget is $1,000 per month based on the USDA's plan. $999.50 per month is the thrifty food plan. Basically, what they're saying is the cheapest food plan you can get by on. The moderate plan is about $1,200, and the liberal plan, basically, if you're not really watching every dollar, is about $1,600 for a family of 4, or about $400 per person per month. Quote, some people spend like $3,000 a month on groceries. She also pointed out that financial experts usually recommend you spend no more than 15% of your income on food. I just don't see how that's possible based on the USDA's own numbers. What's for sure is that people are spending a lot of money on food alone. Rent and housing costs have gone up tremendously, and property taxes have gone up tremendously throughout the recent years as well, along with electricity, and it doesn't seem like much of anything has gone down here recently. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Doesn't seem like inflation has gone down, but you can let me know your thoughts. Also, Americans may get bigger tax refunds this year, according to an economic study. Many Americans could see heftier tax refunds next year when they file their 2025 tax returns, largely due to new provisions enacted through the Republicans' One Big Beautiful Bill, an act that is retroactive to start the current year, according to an analysis from Oxford Economics. Total taxpayer savings could amount to an additional $50 billion through bigger tax refunds or a cut in their 2026 taxes, Oxford lead economic Nancy Varden Houghton wrote in the new report. A $50 billion boost in tax refunds would represent an 18% increase from the $275 billion in refunds the IRS sent this year to nearly 94 million taxpayers who overpaid on their 2024 tax returns, according to data from the IRS. The average refund in 2025 was almost $3,000, according to the IRS, an average of $2,939. Quote, the big beautiful bill signed into law by Mr. Trump in July extended the tax reductions enacted under the 2017 Trump Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, but the new law also added an array of new breaks, such as eliminating taxes on overtime and tips. It also lifted the cap on deduction for state and local taxes, or SALT, from $10,000 to $40,000, a change that is expected to help primarily higher income tax Americans, or people that pay a lot of taxes on state and local taxes. Also, this is very important for those on Medicare or for those who have loved ones that want to be. Pay attention. The annual open enrollment period goes from October 15th only until December 7th. If you have Medicare, this is the time to choose your new 2026 plan that works best for you. There has been a lot of Medicare changes recently, and most Medicare plans change, and many just go away entirely. Luckily, my trusted partner, Chapter Medicare, makes comparing every Medicare and Medicare Advantage option easy. They're honest, unbiased, and can review your plan and get you the best one in under 20 minutes. If you're on the right plan for your needs, they'll tell you, and if you're not, they'll help you switch. And by doing this, they've saved people on average around $1,100, which is amazing. They've helped hundreds of people from my community find better plans, and they can help you too. So call this phone number on the screen, 833-700-1320, or click the pinned comment down below in the comments section to connect with Chapter and find the plan that's best for you. So share this video so other people can get this information, and subscribe down below so you don't miss out on future videos. Click the bell icon so you get notifications. Click here to see a video about SNAP and Social Security being cut here within the next few days, or click here to see a new video about checks going out here right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.